This is TWiT.
Elon has deleted some of the tweets that he put out today.
What'd they say?
Yeah, that's the problem with Twitter, right?
I missed them.
You can always, nothing is deletable. So it started when a British diver named Vern Unsworth did an interview in which he was asked, what do you think about Elon Musk's idea with the submarine?
Stick his submarine where it hurts.
He said you can stick its submarine where it hurts.
Just had absolutely no chance of working. He had no conception of what the cave passage was like. The submarine, I believe, was about 5'6" long, rigid, so it wouldn't have gone round corners or round any obstacles. It wouldn't have made the first 50 meters into the cave from the dive start point. Just a PR stunt.
But he went into the cave Tuesday.
So this really affronted Elon. Now, by the way, I don't blame him because I'm going to give him credit. He leapt in. He said, look, we want to get these kids out of the cave. I'm going to send engineers. We're going to build this thing. If it helps, it helps. If it doesn't, no big deal. But at least he did something, right? But when he saw this tweet, this interview with Vern Unsworth, he kind of went crazy. He really didn't like the notion that it was a PR thing. He fired back, never saw this British expat guy who lives in Thailand at any point when we were in the caves. The only people in sight were the Thai Navy Army guys who were great. Thai Navy SEALs escorted us in, total opposite of wanting us to leave. Then he says, he goes on and on. He says the guy's a pedophile. You know what? He says, we'll make one of the mini sub pods going all the way to Cave 5. No problems. No problemo. Sorry, pedo guy. You really did ask for it. Then somebody said, please delete that. Calling someone a pedo is not cool. Somebody else tweets, Elon, you should try inventing a device that prevents you from using Twitter. By the way, I would buy that device. Elon deletes those tweets, although he at one point said, bet you a signed dollar it's true. It started a couple of weeks ago with an analyst call where Elon kind of went off on an analyst, maybe reasonably because the guy was asking him whether, he was ever going to be able to make all those Model 3s and so forth. He shut him down. He seems to be getting a little wilder, though, each time. Yeah,
speaking of PR, I know people on the PR team at Tesla, they say working with Elon is just hell.
What a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, like the guy just says whatever he wants. He's out of control.
He could be president. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm out of control. Stop me before I tweet again.
I feel that ultimately Elon is just doing the guy thing, right? He's not sympathizing with this Thai rescue team and like what's going on over there. He's trying to solve their problem by sending a submarine over there, and that's not like really what people need, right? It's just typical guy thing.
Yeah.
The cover story of Bloomberg Business Week this week is all about the crash attempt to get to 5,000 Model 3s produced, and he apparently cooperated with it because there's quotes in there about that. But like it goes into all the details of, him doing production in a tent. They put up a tent outside to try to, and the quotes from him are, "I've been sleeping under the desk" and all that sort of. Is it possible that the main problem, aside from maybe he's been going through a lot because, maybe Tesla is really, having a hard time in a crunch period. They could be running out of money. What if the problem is that he can't stop doing things?
Yeah.
He can't delegate. He can't. He sees these kids caught in a cave and he's got to help them.
I got to get in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is sometimes the rap on him is that while he's a genius and certainly willing to take chances and think big, he shouldn't be managing these day to day. That he should leave professionals in charge and then go off and do the vision thing. I don't pretend to know. For a long time, I was one of those guys who thought he was, Tony Stark, that he was Iron Man, that like Elon was just the guy, the hero we needed.
There's still a lot of people that think that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was at South by Southwest this year, and he made a surprise appearance. Like he's
a god, right?
it was, I mean, tickets were sold out within hours, and it was standing ovation. It was everything he said. It was like Musk for president of Mars, all this stuff. It was strange to see. Yeah.
Zeynep writes in the New York Times, this is an opinion piece, I should point out, what Elon Musk should learn from the Thailand cave rescue. Instead of venting, Mr. Musk, indeed Silicon Valley as a whole, could perhaps see the Thai operation as a lesson. This was a most improbable rescue against the longest odds. The Silicon Valley model for doing things is a mix of can-do optimism, a faith that expertise in, this is the key one, that expertise in one domain can be transferred seamlessly to another, and a preference for rapid, flashy, high-profile action. But, she writes, what got the kid and their coach out of the cave was a different model, a slower, more methodical, more narrowly specialized approach to problems, one that has turned many risky enterprises into safe endeavors, commercial airline travel, for example, or rock climbing, both of which have extensive protocols and safety procedures that have taken years to develop. This, quote, safety culture, end quote, model is neither stilted nor uncreative. On the contrary, deep expertise, lengthy training, the ability to learn from experience is a valuable form of ingenuity. She says that's what helped Sully Sullenberger to land that airplane on the Hudson River in 2009. But that's, by contrast, Silicon Valley moguls seem to favor spending money on improbable but impressive-sounding long shots. You can't say that's not true. She talks about Mark Zuckerberg's gift of $100 million to the New Jersey schools that did nothing to improve them. If Silicon Valley wants to help the world, she concludes, there's a lot it can do, starting with making its own products safer and its own companies more just. Perhaps more important, it can develop a respect for hard-earned expertise in areas other than its own. That's an indictment. I think that's probably what started Elon Sunday off badly.